Can I still get PSLF if my employer isn't eligible? Imagine working hard in a public service job, dreaming of student loan forgiveness, but then finding out your employer doesn't qualify. That can feel frustrating, but let's clear up what really matters for public service loan forgiveness. Public service loan forgiveness is a program that forgives the remaining student loan balance after you make 120 qualifying payments. These payments must be made while working full-time for a qualifying employer. Usually, these include government agencies and certain nonprofit organizations with tax-exempt status. If your employer isn't on this list, payments made during that time generally won't count toward PSLF. But don't worry, there's a way to check. You can submit a PSLF employment certification form to see if your employer qualifies. If they don't, you can request a review or update. Sometimes, an employer might become eligible later if they change their status or if the Department of Education updates their list. It's worth staying in touch and regularly verifying your employer's status. Recent changes in rules mean that if your employer is involved in illegal activities or conflicts with public policy, they could lose eligibility. This is a new rule and only applies to employment after the change. Payments made before this change are still valid for PSLF. So, if your employer was eligible when you started, your payments count, even if they lose eligibility later. If your employer is not eligible and won't become so, you might want to consider switching jobs to a qualifying employer. Alternatively, you can explore other student loan forgiveness options. Income-driven repayment plans, for example, forgive remaining debt after 20 to 25 years of payments. These plans usually involve paying a percentage of your income and can be a good backup plan if PSLF isn't an option. Understanding whether your employer qualifies is key because it impacts how quickly you can get your student loans forgiven. If you are aiming for PSLF, keeping track of your employer's status and making sure your payments are qualifying is essential. If your employer isn't eligible, you may need to plan for longer repayment periods or look into other forgiveness programs. In the end, knowing your options helps you make smarter financial choices after graduation. Whether you stick with your current employer or switch to a qualifying one, staying informed keeps your student loan journey on track.